How you doing, everybody? Thanks for stopping by and joining us today for another Rolling Over the Hill right here on the Live to Roll channel. And thanks to all of you for being part of the Live to Roll family. Also, I'd like to take this time to thank our sponsors, mobility professionals and urology professionals. They're a great and helpful group of experts that are very much part of our community and can help you with all your mobility and rehab equipment, as well as your catheters. So a big thanks to them for sponsoring the Live to Roll channel. On today's show, we will be sharing some of the products that you can find on for your wheelchair, as well as any accessories on good old Amazon. So we'll be sharing those that product line with you. There's plenty to talk about and share, so please make sure to include your questions, comments, and views in the chat, and don't forget to hit that like button. Hello, everyone. My name is Robert Soto. I'm a T12 spinal cord injury from a motorcycle racing accident a little more than 50 years ago. So let's get started and welcome my co-host, Bobby and Luis. Luis, what's going on?
Hey guys, how you doing? Um, I'm Luis. I've been injured for 44 years from an industrial accident and took a long fall. Um,
Long, to say the least.
yeah, let's put it this way: it was 100 feet, 50 feet out, and I landed on my feet and went squash. So as soon as they found out I was from California, they flew me back home all the way from North Dakota, and it's been an interesting ride to say the least. Um, and then I met these guys along the way.
Unfortunately for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, everyone? I'm Bobby Rohan, C5, C6, the only quad here on this Thursday show. 35 years post from a bicycle versus bus, and my famous saying, you know who wins that head-to-head, usually the bus, but I did leave a good mark in the bus. Living here in Orange County, California. And welcome back, everyone. And thanks for joining us. And Dominic, I see you in the chat. And bummer, we're not going to see you in Pasadena, but good luck on your presentation there as a guest speaker at San Diego. Is that San Diego State or University? No, San Diego University, I believe. So good luck on that. And if you're in the chat or just watching, please hit that like button. It helps out our channel. And if you're not a subscriber already, please subscribe and hit the notifications when we're live.
Yeah, I think Dominic, the college is Cal State University, Dominguez Hills.
Oh, so you got to drive
Yeah, I'm
up
not
here?
sure.
Jeez.
Yeah, he's going to be up.
DH, yeah. CSU
Yeah.
DH.
How come they didn't ask me, Dominic? Never mind. I've done it once. I did it once, but it's fun. Yeah, so today we're, sorry for the dead air. Today we're talking about Amazon's special things that you can find there for us, meaning the items that can really help you out that you really didn't know was on there. And I know we're going to show a lot of items, and probably most would think like, oh, I wouldn't need that or that or that. But it's just a thought, and maybe tell some friends it's resources. And really, you'd be surprised what you can find because, in this day and age, I know some of you out there probably live in rural areas, so it might be hard to get some of these products. Also, the main concern is what I see, I guess you can say, out on the street, and also phone calls that I take because I also do the grants, is people don't take care of their chairs. I mean, this is your legs. And what I mean by they don't take care of it, they let the tires go down to bald and almost ready to pop. Probably didn't have enough air from the get-go. And as I'm talking, I'm thinking about things you can get, like a compressor to pump up your wheels. I pump them up mine up every 2 weeks to 100 and 105. But you don't want to do that if you've not done it in a long time, and then you pump it up too much, you're going to get a blowout. Another thing are casters and bearings. People just do not take care of their casters and bearings. And these are all easy fixes that you can get instead of going to your local shop where sometimes, it's a pain in the butt. They overcharge, especially if you're paying cash. And if you need it right away, a lot of people have to get a referral from their insurance. And so it's just a pain in the ass. And so not to say waste your own money, but these are some bargains that might help you out and many more. Any thoughts, Robert or Luis?
Well, for me, it just depends. I have my medical and all that stuff, but I haven't put much stuff through it. So right now I'm in the process of trying to get a new chair and all that stuff. So we'll see how it all works out. But I know for tires and stuff like that, I know I just go to the local bike shop. But again, it doesn't necessarily mean they have it in stock. You might have to, they'll order them for you. So it might take a few days, but I agree. You've got to be proactive on maintenance on your chair. Cause I get mine, take it apart here and there every couple weeks just to clean it because I hate the chairs can get so dirty and beat up looking and you go into someone's house and here you got this. For me, I take care of my chair like it's my car. I get my car washed every week and I'm cleaning my chair all the time. But I do. You get the hair all around the little caster wheels, and so I take those off and just get all those clumps of strands of hair that just get wrapped up in there over the week, whatever it is. But anyway, yeah, it's important to take that. Now, one thing I want to say is we're using Amazon as the base today for what we're looking at. Now, Amazon, I'm an Amazon. I mean, I buy a lot of stuff from Amazon, but it's not necessarily the lowest price. So you kind of at least gives you a ballpark, or if you really need the convenience of it, because when I get to one of my items, I'll tell them more of a little story because it was a little higher price in it was a little higher price on Amazon than it was what I paid for it. So anyway, but yeah, it's important to take care of your chair for sure.
Well, and that's a great point. You'd be surprised how much of low air in your tires, hair in the casters, how much it can really slow you down. Until you really pump them up or take out that hair, you'd be shocked. And I'll tell you one trick for getting the hair out is that is to get a drill bit. Okay, so I get a real skinny drill bit, and I have my handyman do this, and he just gets down in there between the caster and the wheel, right where the bearing is, and it pulls all that hair out just instantly. So I don't have to take it all
That's
apart.
a good idea.
Yeah.
Good idea.
What about you, Luis? Any tricks or
My thing is to keep little local supplies around. Sort of like not so much WD-40, but like for the caster bearings and things like that, white lithium grease. I get a can of it, and you don't buy it in the wheelchair section. You go to the automotive section, and you can buy white lithium grease that comes in a spray can, and you put a little bit of that on your bearings, and the hair comes out easier. What hair does get in there, it's not a big issue. You know, I just like Robert was saying, I'm really big about taking good care of my wheelchairs. Of course, I do that because for those of you that don't know, me personally, my wheelchairs are really old. The guys on the show here know that. I have one chair that's 27 years old or something like that, and the other wheelchair is like 35 or 37 years old. But I take care of them.
But you use them less than a lot of us do. I mean, because I know when I was more ambulatory, I went a long time without getting another chair. I had one chair, and it was, didn't get as beat up. But you got some years on your chairs, but you're not using them, demanding
I don't
like.
I don't bring them in the house.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah. See, yeah, because you can get around
well,
pretty easy.
Yeah, you have that luxury.
Yeah. Yeah. Really. So let's get started, Bobby. You got to
Yeah,
kick it off with.
yeah, kind of if you can stall just a little bit. I'm just up giving some pictures
Oh, okay.
to Shawn just because
Okay.
your email didn't go through and I didn't see it either. So I'm just
Mm,
taking it. But also, I wanted to give you something as I'm doing this at the same time. And I'm sorry to our audience about this. Um, I clean my chair once a week, how
mhm.
you said. I'm a stickler about dirt on my chair. It happens. And,
Yeah.
and I can't say I'm the absolute cleanest. And I don't clean my foot plate a lot, but, I know at the end of the day, I see a lot of crumbs.
Yeah.
Food,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
you
My foot plate was my dog's plate. She's got little snacks on that thing.
And yeah, and I mean, they don't do the best cleaning job, but I take Simple Green, and so
Yeah.
Simple Green is really great because it's not gonna rust up your chair. Just don't use a lot, but it's just nice
Yeah.
to wipe down around underneath, and especially and anybody out there, um, Dominic, this does not go to you because I've never seen your chair dirty. Um, but I've seen a lot of people with power chairs, and those are big, plastic covers around the motors and the batteries. And some people just day after day just filth. And I'm just, especially I worked with a gentleman, and I'm just like, oh,
Oh
so
man.
gross. Sorry, it's just gross. But it's so easy to, and I know there's only so much time. Trust me, I get my wife to roll her eyes at me when I ask to clean it. So I really try to get my care helper to really help me out with that. So every Friday, it's one week it's clean, next week it's air. So
Yeah.
with that, I'm going to start somewhere, and this is a power chair. You say power chair for Amazon? Yeah, I was a little skeptical of it, but here's the advantage. So, for those that are power chair users out there and don't have an accessible van, and family wants to take you to something special and they only have a car, well, this chair actually folds. And then the other complaint is I just don't like a cheap power chair because I can't recline back. This one reclines. So, good, Dominic. So this power chair not only folds, but it also reclines. And I don't know if you can find that picture, Shawn.
Yeah.
Here it is. So
That's
as
pretty
you can
nice.
see in the picture, that it's reclines, looks lightweight. It's still going to be heavy no matter what you do, but by the time you break it down, at least you can get it in somebody's car,
Yeah.
and it's
It's
decent.
it's well, at least, yeah, portable.
I wouldn't recommend it as your everyday chair, but I would recommend it to those that want to go out with family and nobody has a van around you. So I
Right.
brought this up,
Right.
and I don't know if you can show the other picture, Shawn, if you saw it. The price, get a load of this, $1,300,
Yeah. See, that's unbelievable there. And,
$1,299.
and on Amazon, there's a few of those folding power chairs like that. Some are lower back, some are higher back, whatever.
Yeah.
Difference in prices, but I mean they're all, yeah, it's not much. They're all in that ballpark, $900 to $1,400, whatever. Which,
Yeah,
uh,
and we would love to put in the description the link so you can just click on this, but it would be it
way
would
too much.
overwhelm the description. So
Yeah,
because the links are so long, so Shawn's not able to do it. So what I suggest is hit pause at that when we bring up the prices and the description, and so hit pause, and then you can type that in for
search.
the
Yeah,
description and
yep,
in the search of Amazon, and you'll be able to come up with it.
yep. Good
So I
deal.
came up with that. And so what's our next item? We were talking casters, right? So
Yeah.
casters can be, a hassle. I just found these, $42
For a
a
pair, that's
pair,
not bad at all. Yeah,
a pair. And They had 4 inch, they had 5 inch, they have 6 inch, they have 7 inch. But this can get you, by until your insurance might be able to um, get better casters. But I don't think you're going to really need better. And I was just looking in our chat for Chris. Do you have any recommendations for bearings lately? I feel like when I push a little sluggish. Yes, I'll tell you one thing. Go to a skate shop or a skate website and find Bones Brigade uh, bearings. They're the best bearings. If you find wheelchair bearings, and you can find them on Amazon, I found them. I just didn't put it as a recommendation. But I went to my skate shop and got a set, and man,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
smooth.
Yeah, because of
The
the
only
higher, they spin better just because of the spin on the wheels on the skateboards, so they have those high RPM spins.
Right. The only thing is, water does affect them a little bit more easier
Mhm.
because wheelchair bearings, what they do is really seal them up, and that's why when you spin them, you might see a little sluggish. And a
Yeah.
good way to check your bearings is, tip your manual chair, spin them both, and if you have a difference, you know that one might be bad. Also, make sure there's no wobbling. It's not wobbling. So if it is, that means the bearings are damaged inside. So
Yeah.
take a look at that. You said you're pretty particular about your casters there, Luis.
Yeah. I do that. I check the casters to make sure that things are spinning straight and it's well lubricated, and
Yeah.
use the proper lubrication. You
Don't use
know,
WD-40.
no, WD-40 it's a cleaner. It's not a lubrication. Um, you know, type thing. It's meant to clean. And so you can use it to clean, but then use lubrication proper after it. And there's like white lithium grease that you can get in a spray can. So if you want to use a spray instead of a tube, because white lithium grease comes in a tube as well. When you take your chair in to get serviced, like through mobility professionals or any of the other wheelchair places that we go to get our wheelchairs fixed, this is the type of stuff they use. They're going to use white lithium grease and different kinds of lubricants for the different parts of the wheelchair. They don't put WD 40 on everything.
Right. And and you can find that on Amazon. If you look for bike lubrication, that's a great way to find it on Amazon or any of your local bike shops. If you're in a big city, just go down there, ask them, I got some bearings I would like to get, and keep my chair tuned up. I have to do it for my bicycle. I have it just happened to be here because I just got it, but it's called Muck Off, and it's a lube, and so I'm able
Yeah.
to
Okay.
squirt right in there. Do it outside or do it under a towel because the wife will kill you if you do it inside.
Yeah, and muck off is great. It does a good job.
Yeah, and they have a cleaner, but I find it a little bit the cleaner a little more expensive than Simple Green. Simple Green will just do a great job just as much. And I see our friend Leon's in the chat. Welcome, Leon. Glad you can finally make it. And Leon, I showed, maybe Shawn, if you can just pop it up really quick. The first one was a power chair. If you're looking for a power chair for travel for $1,300 that reclines if you have family that wants to take you out and you don't have a van. So that was one item we just showed. So if you want to go back and look at it and put that into your description, you can do so. So we talked about the caster wheels. Let's talk about the push rims.
Yep.
So for Luis and Robert, you don't have to worry about this.
The grip,
But
the
for
non-slip.
us, we need grip. And our
Yeah.
push rims, if you don't have the high end, now there's this one by, it's called Quattro, and they are so amazing. But guys like Shawn and our good friend Andrew, who uses Emotions, um, they need a cover for their push rims. And look at this price, $26 for the pair. And according to Andrew and our good friend Lee Mercado, they said it is amazing. Really tacky, sticky, and doesn't get damage when you hit hit something where it gouges it out and starts peeling it. So my friend from Canada, when he was out here, we bought a set, and and his neighbor's using it. So great price. As you can see, they come in different colors, but they do have black. And if you want color, you can do black. So look that up, if especially for you emotion uh, wheel users or just anybody who uses 24. They do not come in 25s because I was going to get a set and no 25s. Something I didn't find or didn't put up, but I found it and I just bought them. I had to go to another set of wheels that I got a while back, and I never really used them because they had red spokes. I'm not really a red fan. I'm
Hey, the
nothing wrong.
Angels, man, you're Angels.
That's true. That's true. But I'm more of a Bronco fan.
Yeah,
Broncos,
orange,
orange, white.
orange. Yep, yep.
So if, I almost didn't realize my brake was on. But I don't know if this is, Shawn, if you can make me big. Um, so what I did is got just these easy spoke covers, and they slip on right at the spoke. And so I can do any color I wanted. So this side
Oh,
I was
cool.
able to do orange and white in the inside, and the outside on the other wheel I did white on the outside, orange inside.
Artistic, getting artistic there.
Yeah. And they're pretty reasonable for the big variety pack that I bought. I think it was like $20. So just look up sports spoke covers. And we got Andrew. He just joined us. Still in the hospital. Sorry to hear about the heart surgery that you still have to be there. Hopefully you can get out soon. But he's been in there for a couple months. So thoughts and prayers out to you, Andrew. Hope you're
Yep,
getting
yep.
well pretty soon. All right, here's the next item. I use this item, and it's a water bottle. And for guys like Leon, maybe you have this. And Dominic, I think you use a Camelback, if I'm not mistaken, Dominic. But I use this for my cycling. It comes with the cage, the water bottle, and that straw. And it is nice. So for me, on my water bottle, it comes up, and I don't have to take my hands off the handlebar. And my hands are in this grip when I'm doing this. And so all I have to do is lean forward and take a sip of water. Um, Real easy to put on. $60 is a lot cheaper than their website, believe it or not, for both of those.
No, not bad.
They do have stainless steel. So for you power chair users or somebody who's just lazy and wants it down on their chair and just instead of lifting something up, it's just a nice water bottle with a flexible straw and easy to use. Yeah, Leon, you use a Camelback. And
Hey,
correct me if,
Bobby,
yeah, go for it.
I was going to say on that water bottle, is the bracket, the holder, is that metal or plastic?
It's metal.
Nice,
Yeah.
because that makes a difference. For some people, it won't matter, but depending where you live and the weather conditions, being plastic or metal might make a difference in its durability, how long it lasts.
I stand corrected. I don't know exactly now that I think about it. I already had a water bottle holder that I got at the bike shop, a Velcro for $5, and you can probably
Hmm.
find a Velcro water bottle. Um, and it was already on my bike because I had my water bottle, but I had to stop and take a sip and then put it back. And
Yeah.
the So I didn't have to, and I gave that away to my friend Paul. So I'll have to ask Paul. And Paul, if you're in the chat, let us know. So yeah, Leon, nice flexible straw. And correct me if I'm wrong, Leah and Leon, about the Camelback. That tube is probably hard to clean. Um, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't. I could be wrong. Um, what's nice about the if you get the aluminum one, which was a few bucks more, you can have hot water for those who like to drink hot water and water that can stay cold for much longer. The one picture we showed, it didn't have that was plastic. So, but it's nice, easy to clean. And the straw that comes through the flexible straw, you can replace them. I bought it. Um, I didn't buy it. It was somebody passed away, and they're like, I don't know what to do with this here. And they had bought a pack of 10 straws. So whenever I feel like it's getting grody, pull it out,
Yeah.
put it in. Yeah, she has to clean it with a special tool, or Leon does. So,
I
yeah,
don't know if you
Steve.
guys have noticed the water bottles that we give out through Triumph Foundation have changed over the years. So, like the last couple of ones is actually like a double walled can with a straw and whatnot, and it stays so much better than the plastic ones. You know,
Mhm.
because the plastic ones are not double walled. You know,
Yeah. Um, uh, Steve, this is going to be this water bottle that I just showed. The Camelback, or not Camelback, that's the other one. Giraffe, like the animal giraffe. Water bottles on Amazon. Great for your striker that you're about to get, as well as you, Shawn, when you get yours. So um, I found a spot, two spots where I can put it, easy to get in and get out when I'm filling up the water bottle. So, and it's something I can do. That top is easy for me to do, get it off with my chin. So I'm just like,
yeah,
fill it up. So, um, so yeah, and Leon just said it takes um, take mine apart every night to let it dry. Yeah. So that was an item. I know it's not summer anymore, and I think Shawn needed this type of device, but it's a fan. So for those that need a fan, Shawn, I think, has the better one. There's one that you can do with a neck and have these two fans that blow up. You have to charge it just like this one. But what was nice about this is that you can put it around the tube of your wheelchair, armrest, whatever you might have, and just have it there. And it's a little bit bigger fan than the one that goes around your neck. So um, I have had the one that Shawn does around your neck, and it seems like when I'm really hot, I'm just like this, holding it to my face. So I
yeah.
do not own this, but it might be something to look at with a bigger fan, more power to it. So that was the fan that I found. And then thinking on the same wavelength as the fan, your cell phone holder. Everybody is a little bit different. I put mine in a device, and I'm gonna that item is next, and what I put it in. But this was another kind of wraparound. If anybody remembers, they used to make a camera holder called frog leg. No, not frog legs. Somebody help me out. Probably they've. I think it was an animal name, but they had it for cameras, and this is, you know, can wrap around your chair, and you can just set it right there at your lap height or any height you want, or your armrest. I don't know how do you guys carry your cell phone around? I know probably not in your pocket, obviously.
Yeah, no, I stuff mine underneath my cushion, and I use it as a little coaster too
That's
to
right.
hold what I'm doing. Yeah, so
One
but
day we
yeah,
got
no,
to one day we got
well,
to
this
take a
is
video of that.
yeah, Yeah. Well, this is pretty nice too because if you're filming something too, you don't need the whole mount for the camera and all that stuff. If you're using your phone to shoot some footage, so it's almost if you have the the place to mount that for um, taping.
Yeah, and for $10,
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
you can't really go wrong.
Yep.
No.
How about you, Luis? How do you?
For myself, I usually keep my stuff in a bag, an under seat bag, so at the front of the cushion, right underneath the seat.
Yeah, that's where a
Yep.
lot of parents put it. I've noticed. But in our next slide here, I bought these and I love them. They're on my chair right now. They're water bottle holders. Um, and the nice
Yeah.
thing about this is you get two of them for $18 or $17 here. And they Velcro onto your chair. The one thing I didn't like is that when I was trying to put something in it, it spun around. You can only get that so tight. So what I did is I got double-sided tape
Hmm.
and
Cool.
put the tape around it and then Velcroed it on, and it stays right in place, right where I want. Shawn, if you can blow me up, not literally, but
Yeah.
here. But I, got the water bottle, and mine's just right here to the side. I slip it in, and
Yeah.
then
Yep.
when I want it, I take it out. And the right side I use for my phone. So I put my phone, I put my keys in there, and then the nice thing about them is it's got a net on the outside. And so one side I put my Triumph badge because I always forget my badge going
Yeah.
to events.
Yeah.
Now it's
Yep.
with me at all times. And then on the other side, I put tools, my uh, D's locks. Every once in a while, they get loose. And so I just have the perfect tool to just one little eek, and it's back in order. All right, Luis, this is
Yep.
you. I only put this up because of you. And if you want to talk about these, there's something for your wheels to make your day bright.
Yeah.
So talk about these, Luis.
Okay, for those that don't know, we're actually coming up on that time of year, Christmas time. I'm the fool that puts all the lights on his wheelchair wheels because I'm the Triumph Foundation Santa Claus, and I put these on my wheelchair when we go out for the Christmas outreach program.
Well,
So
there you
these
go.
things are
Done.
great. The nice one that um, you picked out here is that these are LED controlled. They're remote controlled, so you can control the blink, you can control the
Color.
rotation of the lights and all this other stuff. And for $20, that's the going deal. There's not You're not going to buy them any cheaper than that. You can probably get them for about the same price at some place like Walmart or Target or something like that.
And you got to really look, and that's a 50-50.
Yeah,
Yeah. You
and
got here
that's
for
if
20
they have them in
bucks.
stock.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
these
That's a good one. I like that one.
Yeah, especially
these
now
things are really
that
great.
Halloween is coming up. So
Yep.
for those that are youngsters, and on Tuesday, if you haven't seen our Tuesday show, check it out. We had Angel Frost, and he does his own not costume designs, but latex mask for the movies, and pretty amazing.
Yeah,
So check that out. But there's an idea to dress up your chair, especially if you don't want to wear a costume. If you want to wear a costume, I couldn't believe I found this yesterday or the day before. So they didn't have a big selection. I found Spider Man and the Mandalorian, but and I don't know how if it comes in
I
really
saw that. I
adult.
saw it.
Look at this, 12
Well,
bucks.
look. Yeah, I know. Look at the price.
You can get
Jeez.
that
For 12
helmet,
bucks, that's
yeah,
nothing.
the pants, and the upper body suit for 12 bucks. Now,
Yeah,
if you want to
that's
go
crazy.
all out for an additional 10 bucks or
The
12
wheel
bucks,
cover?
wheel cover and
Yeah.
side panel. And it has your character on it. What's the little guy's name? Not Groot,
Grogu.
Grogu. So you can it sticks out, and altogether you have the Mandalorian costume. And I think we have a picture of the full costume, what it would look like. So there's that wheel cover, and that comes with it. And so when you put everything together, you got a cool looking costume
Yeah.
for where are we looking at under $40.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually did this one year for our
Oh, there it is.
wheelchair 5K, where we pushed around, 5K.
Yeah,
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
Research it the way it comes out because, as we were showing you, I think they're all sold separately. So by the time you put everything together,
40,
you might
50
pay a little
bucks.
bit more. Or if you want to keep it simple, I don't know how you're going to push with those things on the side and Grogu on the back of your chair. So it's the only reason why I don't like Halloween. I'm just so uncomfortable. But
With the
um,
side things, they work better on a power chair.
oh, I'm sure. Yeah, for power chair users. This next item, Shawn, I don't mind, man, but if you can pop in and you use this item every day, and I don't know about you, Luis, if you use it, but I know the guys that have it love it. And this is called the wheelchair attachment.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So it attaches to the front of your chair, lifts those casters up, and makes it easier for you to go on the grass or hard packed dirt without
Yeah.
getting stuck.
Cobblestone. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Have you ever used it?
I'm like one of the few people that don't have a free wheel.
Yeah, me
I have one. I have one, but I really can't use it because the chairs I have don't have the round tube frames.
Yeah, you do
So
Yeah.
have to. You might not be able to put your foot plate, or
yeah.
unless you make cutouts for your foot plate. But I know Shawn uses it and loves it.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
it's
he actually gets
great,
a
man.
lot of use out of them.
What's the price of it on Amazon?
Six hundred and
Do you have
forty
it?
bucks.
Okay, that's about the
Yeah,
going rate, right? Five,
yeah,
six
it's
hundred
down
bucks.
below. It's down below, but it was 640,
Yeah. Okay.
which I don't know if that's uh, a great deal. If you can find it cheaper from another wheelchair company like
Yeah.
Living Spinal, Sport Aid, and How I Roll Sports are three websites. I'll say it again. Hey, Paul, uh, Living Spinal, sportaid.com, and howiroll.com, plus Rolling in Paradise. You can find a lot of these interesting items to make your life a lot easier. So, those are where you can get your tubes, your tires, your hand rims, bearings, things like that, even to all the way to a new chair. So, if you're interested in any of those, check out those websites. This was just funny. This is a T-shirt for you, Luis. I think this is up your alley. Shawn has a lot of pictures, so
Yeah, that's something I would wear. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's put the chair. Look at the little chair in there doing the flip.
yeah.
That's good.
So there was a few others. There was one that if um, I do tricks and fall or something like that, but there was some pretty cute ones out there.
You know who wears that shirt a lot is Aaron Frothingham.
I think that's where they probably got the idea.
Yeah.
So, and Leah, thank you. She said Mark from Abilities makes a lot of things that you can attach to your chair and make your life a lot easier, not only on your chair, but also for your hands for items. Check out, we've had him on a couple times. Check out his products, cup holders to cell phone holders to camera
Yeah,
holders.
he's got a
Yeah,
lot. The can opener for, the pull top tabs.
yeah, I
Yeah.
needed it the other day. I was trying to open a beer on a Sunday watching football where I didn't care because, thanks guys, um, to where I just had to have a beer because I had no stress. It's kind of nice. But I had to go and get my spoon out and do it the old fashioned way.
Yeah, yep, yep.
I was like, I got to get one of those. Uh, our next items. The reason why I put these, I don't know if I can say I would recommend it, but for the price compared to some of the other ones that we've talked about, like the Companion One scooter or the scooter I have behind me, the Baytech or Batatech, however people say it from Canada, um, are these attachable scooters. These are the hot new things. So look at that price,
Yeah,
$1,300
yeah, it's
compared
half
to.
the price. Half the price.
Now, this is not for the quads. This is Paras. I don't think they have a quad one, but the quad ones are out there and you can find them, but they're just a little bit more. But for something easy, portable, attachable,
Yeah.
our friend Andrew went to Paris and used the companion one and loved it. Yeah,
Doesn't Anthony also
Anthony,
have one of these?
he's pretty much the spokesman
Yeah, he's got the Scout.
Yeah, he uses it everywhere.
Yeah,
everywhere.
oh yeah. Yep.
And, it saves his energy. Like I saw him driving his truck the other day.
Yeah,
And I'm like, I thought you had a hard time getting your truck. And he goes, yeah, when I used to push all the time. But
Yeah.
now that now I don't have to push as much. I can do my transfer a lot easier.
yeah. He said
And
it's really taken the load off his arms.
yeah, on that other one, if you looked at it, um, the caster is real small, maybe four. I know he is. This other one was a little bit more, $1,500, but it had the bigger wheel, and to me, it looked like it attached to your chair a lot easier, and
Yeah,
it kind of.
a lot of them are coming out because I know the Scout has the bracket underneath your chair. And there's a lot of them that are connecting to the down tubes of the front,
Yeah,
so
and I
that's
think
getting a
this
little bit
one.
easier.
Yeah, if you notice on this one, it just attaches to the side of your frame.
Yeah.
So a
Yep.
little bit easier, but it looks like you might have to have tools, if I'm not mistaken, to get it on and off. So it's something to check out if you want the bigger wheels um, and make life a little bit easier.
Yep. No
And
doubt.
I
Any
love,
power assist.
yeah, I use mine. I used it this week to go to CVS to pick up my meds, and my CVS is up and over a freeway on ramp and off ramp and over the 405 freeway. And they have a walkway, but you have to go down a little bit and zigzag up, go over and zigzag down, and then down the street, cross the street, boom, I'm at CVS. And I don't have to get in my car, transfer, get there, transfer into my chair, get one
Yeah.
meds, get back in my chair,
Yeah. Yep.
or get back in the car, back in my wheelchair, and I'm home. This is a lot quicker and a lot more easier on my life. Um, sorry, I was saying thank you guys because I had our windows clean, and I'm sure I got to pay them. We can talk about our next one, and Robert, maybe you can help us out with these threshold ramps.
Okay. Yeah. Well, because the first ones I've seen were when I went to your house, Bobby, and I go, these are great because I have 1 inch threshold, maybe a little bit more once um, and I just, kind of struggle a little bit here and there. It just depends on how I'm feeling that day. And so I've seen a bunch of different ones, but to see the price on these things, because the other ones are at least $65, $70, sometimes even more, to see the price on this under $30. And depending on your threshold height, but these got to be, you know, I, I'm gonna check them out because I do need a couple of thresholds. I have new windows put in and the sliders, so it's up a little bit more. And like if somebody else came over, my somebody else came over in a chair and they're not, used to any technique on these things. You're not going to get in my house. I'm going to, have to help and all that stuff. So with the threshold, the first ones, like I said, was a few years ago when I saw Bobby's, and what a difference that makes.
Yeah, it makes it so much easier. And as you notice, these are really thin, 0.6 inch of rise, not even an inch.
Yeah,
So you
yeah,
can see the different heights. It's zero point 0.6. I know it's probably hard to read, but zero point 0.8, 1 inch, 1.2, 1.6.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah. I
for
think mine
that
are like,
price, yeah. But if you need more, and that would not work for my sliders that I had to get. So I had to get
mhm.
something a little bit bigger. And this next one is I use it in my driveway. And because my driveway, when I go pushing or in my bike, I need it pretty big. And this is durable. And it's been sitting out there now. I got it September 21st, 2023. And it still sits out there.
Yeah.
Once in a
What's the
while,
price on that?
$32.
That's a great price. One
Yeah.
and a half inch rise. Okay. Yep.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Then you have it just sitting out there? Because I didn't notice it. Is it sitting there, or do you have to anchor it down like it shows with these
No, I
two
didn't anchor
bolts
it
there?
down because
Okay.
we
Okay.
we
It's
have street cleaning every other
yeah.
first
Oh,
and
I
third.
see. Oh, okay. You're talking like down by the apron, by your apron on the driveway.
Yeah, once you
Okay.
go
Yeah.
down to hit the street,
Yeah.
it's it's hard for me. And
Yeah.
I've had friends plop out of their chair when they thought
Yeah.
they were going to make it because it goes
Yeah.
down and then up, and there's a rise
Yeah.
there,
Yeah.
a
Okay.
good 2 inch rise almost. So it just works perfect. Made my life so much better and easier. So
Yeah.
look at
That's what
those
it's all
thresholds.
about.
You know what I like? You know what I like about these is they can be modified because they're rubber. You can cut them up in different shapes. You can make a little corner so that it fits in a specific place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had a shortened mine at my front door. I just had, I needed that zero point 0.6.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
to get over that zero point 0.6, it just, at the end of the day, I was struggling and I hated it. And so I got that. I had one on one side, but not the other side because it was such a small rise. And once I got that, it made it so much easier for me.
Yep. That's what it's all
Shawn, you
about.
want to put up our next item? Because these are Robert. So he found these. And then Robert can
Okay.
talk about these. And because
Oh.
my mouth is dry.
You're parched? Are you parched?
Yeah, I'm
Okay. Yeah.
dehydrated.
I have just a few items here, and those are good choices, Bobby. Very good for sharing those.
Thank you.
Okay, so I have the first thing I'm going to talk about is a cushion, a wheelchair cushion. So this is made by a company called Proactive, and because we all familiar with Roho, and I use a Roho for my everyday cushion, and it's a 4-inch cushion. So yeah, I've paid 400 some dollars for the Roho because I use a single chamber. Can you find it there, Shawn?
I texted to him. I thought,
Yeah. Anyway, so the cushion on Amazon is 250. So just that alone, you're saving yourself 150 bucks. But on Amazon, it was a little higher. So I go to this one medical company on their website, and I bought me my chair for the house chair that I use. I got one of those same cushions for 175 bucks. So, and it's two chamber air. So you got half, one side of your ischial is on one half of the cushion, and ischial on the other one side is another half. So you can air them up individually. So if you got weight placing on one side a little bit more than the other, you can kind of balance them out. So
yeah,
for 175 bucks, it's you can't beat it.
yeah,
I'm not saying nothing against Rojo. It's just that we know they've always kind of pricey.
yeah. And this is for a good backup cushion. And
Yeah.
this, because
Yep.
I might not use it every day. And Sean's just trying to get it loaded up.
Yeah.
And
Okay. All right.
if you don't get it, you can tell the difference on Amazon or any medical supply place. The color's not black; it's an
Yeah.
ugly
Yellow.
mustard yellow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
I don't want to say this, Robert, but kind of reminds me of the color of your shirt, maybe a little darker.
Hey, easy, man. This is pale yellow because
So
it's
this is
matching the
more,
yellow up here, right?
maybe this yellow, but
Yeah,
that's how you
but
can
yeah,
tell. And I
yeah,
wouldn't rely on it as your permanent cushion.
yeah.
Plus,
Well,
when
you
you
know, the
go
thing is,
rojo,
it's gonna do in a pinch. You know, like mine
yeah,
is around the house. So I don't. I use the 4 inch for my everyday stuff when I'm out and about, and around the house I use the 2 inch air because I transfer a lot. Differently and around the house and stuff like that. So, but yeah, it's definitely a good backup chair because um, I'm backup cushion because you just need to. I carry an extra cushion with me all the time since I am a Rojo user, and so you may never know when you're going to spring a leak or something. But you need a
so
backup cushion. There's one.
if anybody's interested, you can look up Pocket O2
Oh, there it is. There it is.
cushion. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, yeah.
Pocket
No, it's
O2.
Protect. It's Protect
Oh,
O2.
Protect. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, so it's 250, but you can shop around a little bit online and get it for 175. And I did. It's a company. Of course, with uh, Amazon, the delivery is much quicker. It took me a little, few extra days to get the thing, but the company I dealt with in Utah is, they good service, good customer service. So, yep, good. You're right. It's a good backup cushion. I don't know if I would, you know, want
Yeah,
to
I
have it
wouldn't.
as my everyday cushion.
But for if you do something to your Rojo and you need to send it in, if it's still
Yeah,
under warranty, it's a great
yeah.
backup cushion. And
Yep,
if
yep, no
you are
doubt.
using air cushions, always recommend. I have four,
Yeah.
and the only reason why I have four, one was given to me, one was on when I got my wheelchair, one I bought, and then my wife threw away the box, and we thought the cushion was in there. Couldn't find the cushion
Oh,
anywhere. So I
oh
bought
man.
a backup, and it turned out we found it, and then somehow I just have four, and I'm
That's right.
not.
You can't have too many cushions. Can't have too
No,
many.
not when you're dealing with air cushions.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, so that's something to kind of keep your eye on. It's called Protect, but it's made by a company called Proactive. The second thing I have are gloves. I don't know how many of you use gloves out there for pushing your wheelchair, but I have some gloves. I don't use them that often, but I have them, and they're actual wheelchair gloves. I forget what I paid for them years ago. They're all leather. They got the extra leather patch on the palm, things like that. So they work out pretty good. Now these are, and usually most of the time when you put it on a wheelchair or something medical, they they're like $20 here, and most of the time they add the price. Why? What's up, Louis?
I hate fingerless gloves.
Well, yeah, but some people need to have them because you don't have the dexterity. I mean, when you have the fingers
Yeah,
on the gloves, you can't do anything. You can't even tap on your phone and stuff like that. So there's gloves out there that allow you to do that, but you're going to pay big bucks for them. So the
I
fingerless
Yeah.
way
I
to
So
have
go.
go
I
ahead,
have
Louis.
cycling gloves, motorcycle gloves. I got all
Well,
kinds of gloves that are
yeah,
full fingered, and they
yeah.
work just fine with the phone.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay, well,
They're
okay,
made
And
for it.
you're one of the lucky. You're lucky, but
I
anyway. So yeah, my point is, here's what I'm saying is these are wheelchair gloves and they just happen to be at a decent price. But most of the time they're a lot more because I have a pair of uh, Bell bicycle gloves. They're real thin and comfy and stuff like that. I don't use them all the time, but they have enough of a little grip. I think if you used them daily, though, they'd probably be starting to shred them. But actual wheelchair glove is the leather palm. Just like the weightlifting gloves, they have silicone on them and all that stuff. But for the wheelchair, it might, you know, eventually just get shredded. So these are leather palm. It's got the leather patch on the heel of the thumb, and whether they have them in fingerless and also with the full finger. So they're out
yeah,
there, but I just saw it because the price for $20, you can't beat it. And
Yeah,
well,
I
20
use them
bucks.
once in a while.
I got these. So these you don't even have to put in your the fingers in anywhere. They just
Yeah,
you can just slide them on the palm
yeah,
and
yeah,
and Velcro them on. These are a little more spendy. They're
yeah.
by you can find them on Active Hands. And this one I didn't like the grip as much compared to the other
Huh?
one. Of
Mhm.
course, the other one was after I got them through Active Hands, and after all said and done, It was like almost $100, but they are the best.
Yeah, they're
The
good, huh?
best.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my god!
Yeah.
And of course, that I dropped one and didn't pick it up, and my dog chewed it. But
So
I
yeah, the
did
thing.
find. But I let me just say this real quick. I did find some for $20, and you're going to pay for what you get for $20. The
Yeah.
Velcro is kind of worn off, as you can maybe see. Already starting to wear a hole, and they're not that old. About $20, and I
Get
use
another
them.
pair. Just buy
Push
another
them for
pair.
miles.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
but
I
you
have
can
the leather.
find them.
I
And then Shawn just said, um, just bought some from ADI Gloves, and from Chair Life, our good friend Chad. They're great too. Easy to put on. And I have a pair of those in my van. So I got a pair here in my van, just
yeah.
nice and easy
Yeah.
to use.
Because if I'm going to wear gloves, most of the time it's in the rain. Because my hands get so
Yeah,
slippery when I'm pushed with the hand rims. At least with the gloves, the leather kind of absorbs a little bit of the water. I still got grip on the hand rim. So that's most
I
of the time I
agree
use
with
them.
you, Robert. Always in the rain, I wear gloves.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I have them for.
And
Okay,
I I can use gloves. I'd love to wear them all the time, but I can't use my phone as easily and text as easy. So I just choose not to wear them all. But I have our good friend Richard Bell, who's been on our show before, who's the
Yeah,
painter. He slips
yeah,
his brush in that glove that we were just showing that I use, and that's
yeah,
how he wears them all the time.
yeah.
Never
yeah.
seen him not.
Yeah, I've seen the gloves that Steve Campbell is talking about. Uh, and again, yeah, the ones that are the good gloves and all that are you start getting a little pricier because I forget what I paid for my actual wheelchair gloves at a medical supply place, and they've lasted me forever. But again, I wear them in the rain for the most part, just because of the
Yeah,
gloves.
and
And
I think
okay, so the gloves, there's a bunch of choices out there, but I just put them on there just because for $20, even if they get shredded, man, you just get another pair, you know.
and just type
Uh,
in the search wheelchair gloves. You'll find a ton
yeah,
of them.
yeah. There's so many out there, and a lot of them they'll show the weightlifting gloves, but again, those have silicone for your grip instead of just good old leather, you know.
Yeah, you want those.
Yeah, the next thing I have are a couple bags, a backpack and a little tactical bag. I'm not a big bag person on my wheelchair. But this tactical bag is like what less than $10, and you can strap it on. It kind of straps on, Bobby, like you were saying with your cup holder, the Velcro. So it's a good idea to have that double face tape you put on there. But it'll hold your keys. Again, if you don't have any dexterity, you at least can have the equipment with you. If you need something out of it, it's there for your phone, your keys, your wallet, or whatever. So it's just something to have close to you rather than put it in a backpack and losing it with all the room they have in there. So I have one of these, and I'll use this occasionally when because
Do, do you remember how
for me
much?
sit yeah it was less than $10. It was like eight
Okay.
something. So it's just a black bag. It's got a zip on the outside. It's got the straps on, so you can kind of depend on your dexterity and all that. You can open it up, but it's just a smaller bag to hold a few things there, just to have with you. Um,
It, it's
the other
it's
bag,
like a belly bag.
yeah, well, it's a tactical bag. It's meant to be on the side of your belt, on your hip, so you
Yeah,
slide it with your belt. So, so like I said, for the price, because I know I've seen some those bags made for wheelchairs, and they're like really pricey. And I know they're nice and they're really good, made in I forget what country. And but this for less than $10, you can't go wrong. And
It,
and, and
it's
the
right
next
up your
bag I had,
it's right
what
up
was
your
that?
alley. It's right up
Yeah,
Louise's alley because I see the pack of cigarettes. So there
yeah,
you go, buddy.
yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. You can put your cigarettes in there. The next bag I have, like I said, I have backpacks that I use occasionally when I need to carry some stuff and not have it on my lap. Is uh, backpack that they said it's for the wheelchair, and the straps kind of get tucked in the back, so you can just loop it onto the back of your handles or whatever if you have your handles on your chair. But it's a thermal pack, so it's backpack, and you can still and it's thermal lined, so you can put some cans of bottled water, keep it cold and things like that. And that was, it looks like I mean, I haven't seen it, I haven't used it, I
It
just saw
looks
it
like
on there.
a lunch cooler, kind of like a lunch
Yeah,
cooler. And
yeah,
I didn't text
but
that one to Shawn, so we don't
okay.
have that. But
Yeah, so
you can,
anyway, it's made by, let me see if I have the name here. No, I don't have the name on it. But it's a thermal lined backpack. It's the shape of a backpack, but with your lunch pack lining. So it's pretty nice. And again, I don't mind that because there's sometimes where you go some of these outings and stuff like that, and I always have a lunch pack, but it's either on my lap or in my van. And so this way you can carry a couple things with you, keep it cool, um, and it doesn't look real bulky or anything like that. So that was
yeah.
$45. So again, it depends if you're a backpack person or bag person or like that. But I use, for the most part, we were talking about this earlier, I use the Cush pocket. So I kind of like that. I've been using that for a number of years. So
But
little
for like a day
plug there.
outing, like next week, we're about to go to this big Pasadena Sports Fest, and
Yeah,
it's great to grab one of these because it acts like a little bit of a cooler for if
yep,
you're
exactly.
like me. I don't usually like uh, pizza, what we
Yeah,
typically get
yeah,
especially
yeah,
on a hot day. And nothing wrong with pizza. For
yeah,
dinner, I'll have it. But I just sometimes I'm just like grease on a hot day and being
yeah,
active. Just seems like a double
yeah,
negative. But
yeah,
um, you can pack your own lunch, and
yeah,
so it
and just
holds as a cooler,
yeah.
your sunblock, everything you need there.
All right, that's
So,
it for my items. That's it, what I have.
Luis, do you recommend anything that you've gotten over the past years that made your life a lot easier?
Over the past year, I can't think of anything in particular. No.
Yeah. You know, before we wrap up, or at the end of time, another thing I wanted to just put out there is you can find your suppositories, Magic Bullet, on
Yeah,
Amazon, or when you're in a
yeah,
pinch and your company's being stingy, you can find
yeah.
that. You can find something to help your
Enemy,
about
enemies. They
enemy
they have a. Yeah, yeah,
latex gloves.
yeah.
I always
Shit.
recommend maybe going to Sam's or Costco for those. A little bit cheaper, and you
Yeah,
get more. But just for your daily life when you're in a pinch, it's just nice to have something if you're an Amazon Prime user to get it
yeah.
within a good
I
time.
am. I'm
Yeah.
guilty of that. That's for sure.
So check those items out. There's a lot more. My recommendation is type in some keywords: wheelchair parts, wheelchair accessories, wheelchair bags, wheelchair gloves, wheelchair tires, wheelchair wheels. You can find it all. When
Yeah,
you do some of those, you're going to find a lot of geriatric, basic for the basic grandpa and grandma chair. But you just have to sift through them, and that's how I found these, and that's how Robert found his.
yeah, yep,
And
yep.
Steve, before we drop out, if you're still with us, if you can put where you got your gloves, um,
Yeah,
gloves for
gloves for
life,
life. Yeah,
yeah, or probably just Google it. So if you can tell us, that would be great.
because those look pretty nice. I see Steve wearing them, so I always kind of notice that, and they give him his grip that he needs and everything that. So
Gloves for life.
gloves4life.com.
No, okay, cool. Thanks, John. Um, uh, but this isn't a pinch. It's always good to get the brands and some that you really need and get it through your insurance. I get it. Cash is tight these days, and not everybody can just afford to click and buy. So
Yeah, yeah,
go through your dealer. Um, let's talk about our sponsors, because if you're here in the Southern California region or anywhere else and you need these items, go to Mobility Professionals. They're your DME company, but more so, they're your urological supply company as well. But if you're not here in the Southern California area, Urology Professionals. They can ship anywhere in the 50 states, and they take most insurances. So call them, make sure they take your insurance. They're on time and really easy to use, and they understand your needs because they use the products too. And
yep,
some of these products, like the casters I've showed, um, tubes. I always recommend having more. If you have manual chair, always have spare tubes. I have
Yeah.
2 in
Yep.
the car, 2 in my suitcase, 2 in the house, 6 tubes, because you never know when you're going to get a flat.
Yep.
So
Yep.
check out mobility professionals and urology professionals.
Good deal.
And don't
And
forget to
thanks.
check out our next show on Tuesday, Live to Roll. I maybe Shawn has a Halloween special, maybe not. We'll have to see. Maybe he's going to put it in the chat. But we're October 29th is our Live to Roll. And then on Wednesday, hopefully Tom, he's trying to get back. He's just working around some of his caretakers at a bad time. But don't forget to check out T Fizzle every Wednesday. And then next week, Shawn, do we have a special? Because I think we have an extra Thursday this month, Halloween actually. So Shawn's a Halloween person, so we'll see what he can come up with. Maybe do a show, maybe not. So we'll see. And then also, don't forget to always check out our ladies. The first of the month uh, is our Rolling with the Golden Oldies with Ellen, Michelle, Mickey, and Julianne. They're the first Thursday of every month. They're live. And then don't forget to check out us every second and fourth Thursday of the month. Hopefully, you're enjoying this. It's just a little bonus. We didn't really talk about aging in the chair, but when you get older, and the reason why I came up with this is some of those products make life just a lot easier to that you need these items, and you just we wear out, and so it's nice to get some easier things to manage for your life, especially through Amazon. And then that following third Thursday of every month is Will Girl Talk. Yes, I did it.
You did
Almost.
it. You did
It only took a
it.
year. But Brianna and the ladies, check them out. Check out their latest episode last week. It was a good one. So make sure you check out our shows. Make sure you like this episode, please. Like other episodes that you're checking out, and please subscribe and make sure you get that notification button when we go live. We try to get here at 3, and some days our schedule is tight, so we started at 3:30. So thanks for sticking around. Love you all, and if you have any questions, make sure you put it in the chat. Usually a few days later, I try. I'm not saying I'm the best, and I'm sure Shawn does it. Look at any questions you might have, and hopefully we can answer them. Luis,
Yep.
any last thoughts?
I just want to wish everyone the best. I'm glad you guys are here, and we've got things coming up. Live to Roll is going to be at the Triumph Foundation Adaptive Sports Festival in Pasadena. Um, a bunch of stuff. The holidays are coming up. There's going to be a lot of things going on. So stay tuned in. Come to the channel, come to the website, check things out because there's a lot going on.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Robert?
Not just to kind of be ready for the holidays. We're kind of getting geared in our family. Thanksgiving, and yeah, but mostly with Halloween kicking things off. Thanksgiving and Christmas. Obviously, I'm a Christmas person. Looking forward to the holidays and being a participant uh, with the Triumph Foundation and going to a lot of the Christmas parties that we visit at the local hospitals and people that are in the hospital at Christmas time. For me, I've been fortunate not to be in the hospital at Christmas time, but Thanksgiving and all that stuff I have. So it's just no fun. So anyway, but we have a good program through the Triumph Foundation and Live to Roll that we participate with in conjunction with Triumph. So it's coming. Holidays are
Yeah.
going to be here. Cold weather's going to be here too for us.
And I'm going to say this again: keep your chair clean, well
Yeah,
maintained.
yeah,
It's going to make
yep.
Yeah,
your life easier.
Don't take a dirty chair into people's homes.
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. So with
All
that,
right, you
thank you for
guys.
joining us.
Thanks.
Hit
Live
that
to
like button
roll.
and live to roll.